Today I wanted to review the 3 options for the Minecon Biome Vote. I wanted to go into detail on each of the 3 videos and see what each of the 3 options would add to the game. We're going to compare each of them and see which is the best option and what I think will win.
Whoa, that tumbleweed almost hit
Cactus,
me.
tumbleweed.
Well, they don't call it the Badlands because of their good manners.
Ooh, this new
What's the
cactus is
mob?
fancy. Ouch!
Vultures.
What's that spooky vulture doing?
Interesting.
Vultures are drawn to loot left behind by unlucky explorers.
Not the loot.
Wow.
Is that a boat?
trees, yes.
Yes, this boat has a chest built in for all the cool
Chest
things you
boat?
find at sea. And look, it's our new friend, the frog.
And frog. Very cool.
Ew! Actually, we're not that close.
Here's a mangrove, a tree that thrives in the swamp.
Yes.
We should get
New
out
type
of
of
here.
tree.
That frog is looking at me funny. Oh, mountains, snow,
Watch your step. The snow is snowier than before.
a goat.
Okay.
He reminds me of you a little bit.
Is that a new type of rock?
Mountains
No,
are getting
that's
an
just
upgrade. Jagged cliffs, snow-capped peaks, dramatic views.
The goat is getting away.
Let's go.
So once again, the Badlands biome, if it were updated, it could bring tumbleweeds, a new type of cactus, and a vulture. So the tumbleweeds, you know, it may be something special. It could have some extra functionality, not just a new type of dead bush. It may be able to be a pushable block, kind of like how the minecart is, but in block form. Then it could be used to trigger redstone contraptions like pressure plates, and tripwire, right? Or it could be used, it could be dispensed and it would be a block that would just roll along. I don't know. I feel as if it's not just, I feel like people are looking over it. I feel like it may have something more to it than just a rolling bush. I feel as if it could be used in redstone somehow or have some extra functionality. The new cactus. So the cactuses we have in game grow straight up. Kind of normal, right? But the one that was shown here in the trailer, it has branches, it has extra arms, and it has flowers at the top. And now that flower at the top, that's a new item. That could be a new type of food. It could be used in potions. I don't know. Something new, special. I don't know if it has any extra cool functionality like the tumbleweed or anything, but I think it's a nice addition still. Now, the vulture. I love this, okay? I feel as if the vulture has so much potential and there's so much that it could do, especially for farming and technical applications. In the trailer, they say that the vulture has the ability to pick up loot that adventurers left behind. Now, a lot of the comments and things that I saw, people were saying, oh, they would hate the vulture. I don't want it stealing my stuff and whatnot. But I'm sure it wouldn't be that hard to control. The foxes that we have in game also pick up items. This guy here has an emerald. And we've used foxes to make little farms. You know, there's little sweetberry farms and you can even give these guys swords to hold and they can attack enemies. Now, the vulture is like a flying version of the fox. And I think there's going to be some type of way to control the vulture. First off, I think it could add a use for rotten flesh, because currently rotten flesh has no other use than, well, eating it, and you can trade it with clerics for emeralds. Other than that, Nothing. But what if you could tame the vulture with rotten flesh? And what if you could harness its power to pick up loot? Imagine using it in a farm where you kill a bunch of mobs and their items are left over. You know, you got your string on the ground, your bones, your gunpowder, whatever. Now the vulture could come along and pick up that loot. And where would the vulture take it? It may take it back to its nest. And it would drop it off. Now what if we took that and we controlled it? We took their nest and put it above some hoppers. Then whenever the vulture dropped off the item, we could automatically pick it up and put it into our storage system. I love the vulture. I think it would be awesome for farming. That's what I love to do, is farm mobs and whatnot, and just get a bunch of items infinitely. So I just feel as if the vulture would be amazing at doing that, collecting items for you. Also, I saw some suggestions saying that the vulture could swoop down and attack undead mobs, because that's what vultures like to eat, is dead things. I feel as if the vulture has a ton of potential. People say they don't want this update just because the biome is rare. And yes, I can see that, but also I feel as if these 3 items have the most potential to be used. They have the widest range of application. I feel as if these, yeah, it could be used in redstone, farms, and decoration. I feel as if all 3 of these items would be used. And next up, we have the swamp biome. So, of course, we have chest boats, frogs, and mangroves. Now, first off, people got really excited about the chest boats. I guess people have been wanting these for a long time. To me, I don't think I'd really use it that much. So, of course, there already is the llama that you can put in a boat and carry 6 slots with you. So it is already kind of possible to have a chest boat, but this only has 6 slots. Now, hopefully, the real chest boat that would get added would have a whole, 27 slots? That would be very cool, and it would help out while exploring the ocean, would help out a lot early game, but it could also have some technical uses. Could be used to carry around things in an item stream. You know, you could send your boat down this way, and the one advantage it has over mine carts is that it can be pushed directly up with the bubble streams. And it may also have hopper functionality where items will be pulled out from it into the hopper and then once again straight into a storage system, similar to how chest minecarts do it. Now, frogs are awesome, very cute, but we want them to do something. We don't want a reskin of the rabbit, because we already have a nice hoppy friend that's cute. Now, we really don't want a retexture of the rabbit. These guys, they don't do anything. We want frogs to do something. In the trailer, you saw the frog stick out its tongue. Hopefully, there's some functionality with that tongue. People have thought, maybe the frog could add a new food to the game, which is cool. I mean, yeah, but when was the last time I ate cooked rabbit? Like never. Frog legs could be a thing. The frog leg could be used to replace the rabbit's foot in brewing, because right now the rabbit's foot is used for jump boost, but maybe the rabbit's foot could be used for the luck status effect. There is a status effect in the game called luck Now, it's supposed to give you better loot, I guess. I guess when you're exploring and looking around in chests. Maybe the rabbit's foot could be turned into the item that would brew the luck potion, and the frog leg would be used to make that jump boost potion. I could definitely see that happening. But something even better is maybe we could use the frog in, redstone and farming again. Kind of similar to what I said with the vulture, it could pick up items. But what if the frog could use its tongue to pick up items within a certain radius of it? So imagine taming a frog and setting him down somewhere, make him sit, and then maybe he's like a vacuum hopper and he would pick up any items dropped within a certain radius of him. And then it would be flushed down into a chest. I think that would be awesome. I could see that used in a bunch of different farms as well. But maybe one of the coolest, the best things, the thing we've been waiting for so long is the swamp tree, the mangrove. Now, these trees that are in the swamp, if you go to them, you mine them up, you just get an oak log. Nothing special. This tree is definitely different than the oak trees you find in the plains biome, the oak forest, whatever. They're unique, and they always have been. They have vines on them. They're only in the swamp here. And this is kind of what they would look like if they were added in. They would have these longer roots extending down into the water, which is new and different. No trees in the game have roots, really. But this could add a ton. This could add a whole slew of blocks to the game. You'd get planks, you'd get logs, you'd get stairs, slabs, you'd get a new type of boat even, you'd get fences, you'd get anything made out of wood, you'd get a new wood type. I think that would be awesome. And it could be like, it could have a little green hue to it, or maybe it's a dull gray type of wood. I could see this going a long way. There is a ton of content within this section of the voting. I could see this one winning. And last but not least, the long-awaited mountain biome. We got deep snow, goats. That's a goat horn, and actual mountains. And these are mountains. So first off, this video was the most vague of the three. We didn't really get a ton of details on what the update would entail. So I'm gonna kind of make some assumptions here. So the deep snow, it showed one of the characters in the video getting sunken down in the snow, and I could see this just a way to make mountains more treacherous, where you get sunken down and slowed. I don't know how else it could be used. It's just snow that you sink down in. It could be kind of cool, kind of like a quicksand type thing. People could use it for traps and such. I could see it being used. That seems kind of cool. We'd have to see where it would go. Now, what everybody has been wanting is actual mountains. This is what we call a mountains biome. But this hasn't always been called a mountains biome. Previously, this was called extreme hills, and that's why it looks this way. These aren't actually mountains, these are extreme hills. That used to be the name of the biome, just like how Badlands used to be called Mesa. So these haven't really been upgraded from extreme hills to mountains. And that's why they still look like hills. And that's why people want an update to it, to make them actual mountains. And the goat, I don't know what the goat would be able to do. It's kind of just like a sheep, right? But maybe you could tame it, maybe you could collect its horns for something. I saw the idea of maybe goats would be able to help you scale mountains more easily. Now, personally, I didn't think that Mojang was gonna update the terrain generation, but I guess they will be. And hopefully, this is like something we can expect. I'm sure it won't be this crazy, but this is what we want. We want the giant mountains like this so that it's actually hard to climb. It's something that gets in your way. It's a mountain. It has valleys, it has actual waterfalls. Look at that. It's magnificent. You can make a little base behind there. Look at this. Oh, that's a swamp. Mountains. Amazing. So maybe the goat could help you climb up, make your way up, and then you sink in some snow. Maybe the goat is unaffected by the snow, and while you're riding on him, you won't dip down into the deep snow. But people want this, and I think mountains is going to be the one that wins. Personally, it's not my favorite, but I feel as if this one is going to win just because of the terrain generation. It is a big change to the game. I didn't think Mojang would do it. I was denying that they would update the terrain generation. I thought, they add a little mob, add a little plant, add a little feature, whatever. But they're actually talking about updating the terrain of how mountains work. Yeah, that's big. I think this is gonna win. People want this. People want to build here. I think it's really cool. I'm gonna be sad when this wins because, of course, I want that vulture, man. That's what I like. I like doing the farming, or the frog if that had some application. I'm less of a builder and making pretty things in the game. I like doing the technical application things, but I think this would still be very cool. I'd be happy with it. Either way, I love any new addition to the game. Let me know what you're gonna pick in the comments below. Are you disappointed? Are you happy? What you gonna pick? What would you have liked to see? What are your ideas? Do you think the mountains are gonna look like this? Tell me what's on your mind. Alrighty, thank you. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you'd like to see some more content created by me, you can check out the videos here, or you can even subscribe.